Aniche. So before I start with my interview, I was going to say that Secret Influence TV interviews are interviews to chat with people who either inspire or influence. And I interview authors, I interview presenters, writers, coaches, consultants, and so this today is Chris Aniche, and we're having an interview coming up every week from now onwards. So moving on, so I will let Chris introduce himself, and then I will ask a few questions so we can get to know him. So Chris, over to you. Introduce yourself, who you are and what you do.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Christopher Aniche. I'm a solicitor and a solicitor advocate of the Supreme Court of England. I'm also a dual qualified solicitor, a barrister and a solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, and a master advocate of the National Institute for Trial Advocacy, USA. Other things I do, I have the Essex Public Speaking. I'm the CEO of Essex Public Speaking, where I teach people strategies on how to present and to speak with authenticity and communicate with eloquence. And also, I am a coach, transformation coach, who teaches people how to live their dreams, how to live their authentic life, because I find out that the problem we have in this world are people who are not living to their maximum. Thank you.
Well, I think we all wear different hats nowadays. We have our job title or what we do in our business, but we also have what we do for our passion or interest. We can have different responsibilities and roles, and we can be parents. So we all have many different hats, and you have quite an impressive way of hats there. I think certainly the lawyer, and then obviously you've got the public speaking and the coaching. I think they do all relate to each other. I can see how being a lawyer and working in law, you need to be a very powerful speaker, and you got to communicate and influence people in that way. So I'm just going to start now by asking you a few quick fire questions to get to know you a bit, Chris. So. Are you a cat or dog person, or maybe something else?
I'll say more of a dog, but I really don't like
Okay.
More of a dog, yeah.
Dog person, fine. And tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee. Oh, coffee like myself. I love coffee. Do you have a favourite quote?
Yes. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
Okay, like that. So that's a new one. I always like to hear new quotes rather than the same old ones. That's good. And is there someone in life that you really respect or admire?
The person I really respect or admire so much is my mom.
Okay.
And the reason why I respect and admire her so much is I am where I am because of what my mother put in. She didn't just give birth to me, but she made me believe in myself when I was told I was nothing by my school.
Okay.
She made sure I continually working on myself until I started to believe in myself. I don't know if you've had that time or when you did not believe in yourself, but there was somebody who believed in you before yours kicked in. My mother was the person. Yes.
Fantastic. No, I think we all need to have someone like that in life, and what better person than your own mother to be that motivating support as you grow up. With your just ask about public speaking. So we're both Toastmasters.
Yes.
But how did you? I mean, how did you get into your public speaking? Was it through your career as a lawyer, or was it separate of that? How did you get into it? And do you find it's it obviously helps with what you do as a lawyer? So how did you get into public speaking?
Okay, I got into public speaking because from a child, I wanted to be able to communicate, to share my message, to feel authentic, and to share my story. I felt within myself that I had the story to share, but I was a child who lacked so much confidence in himself, even though I decided I wanted to read law. And you know, as lawyers, you're supposed to be able to be a very good communicator.
Sure.
So even when I became a lawyer, I still struggled. I still had that lack of self-confidence in myself. I had to do several coaching in the UK, in America, in Nigeria, and some part of Europe. And I also did some Toastmaster. So all of those did assist me to become the person I am in terms of how I communicate and how I even teach people how to speak with authenticity and be able to tell their story.
I'm obviously a copywriter and I work in communications, and I strongly believe, communication skills and even influence skills are so important for everyone to be successful in a career or business. Do you think about that public speaking as something that everyone could benefit from, and whether you're working for yourself in the business or in your careers, and how do you think, is it something that, how do you think, if there's a skill will help people? Is it around the confidence, communications, influence?
Absolutely. Public speaking is crucial for anybody, whether you're somebody who is front facing or somebody who is at the back office. Public speaking is, I mean, let's talk about it. I mean, looking at it from, as a child, we all have said public speaking. But you see, along the line growing up, many of us lose our voice. That is why one of my programs is Find Your Voice. The moment you find your voice is to find who you truly are in this world. Because the moment you start expressing yourself with authenticity, being able to give the gift of your conviction, tell your story, you will find out how powerful you are. And I think public speaking is one of the critical tools to help anybody become who they truly want to become. Not only expressing themselves, but finding who they truly are as human beings and the goals that they set and actualizing them. Critical, yes.
Fantastic. And with the opposite side of, I think, public speaking is writing as a way of communicating, and you are a fellow author like myself. So I think the two basic ways we we communicate and get our message across and promote ourselves as an authority is through public speaking and through writing a book. So tell me a bit about your book, and if you've got a copy, show it. What are you sharing in your book? What's your...
Oh, yes, good. I have this book, The Fearless Public Speaking: How to Become a Confident and Eloquent Communicator. This book is a synthesis of the experiences and the best tools you can adopt to become a great speaker. It has a system that takes you from being somebody who lacks confidence to somebody who will give the gift, taking you from stage fright to stage minds. You find out you learn critical tools on how to express yourself, how to, even when you appear on the stage and you think you don't even know how to speak, or you've forgotten your message. This book will tell you some tools and technique, how to remember your speech and how to be able to speak in a way that you could, one, recollect what you're saying, two, you'll be able to connect, and also being able to connect with stories. Very, very good book. I recommend it. I have 3 other books that will be coming out soon. The second one, the other one is 24 Laws of Success. This is how to unleash the amazing power within you. Very, very good book. To take you through stories of people who are common people like you and I, but how they were able to make their mark felt. The next one is Effective Public Speaking for Children. That was co-authored with Chris Aniche, my wife. We teach also children on how to express themselves, because for me, like I told you, growing up, I was a child who lacked so much confidence in myself. And I love seeing children develop being confident. Like I told you, I'm a lawyer, but I'm a specialist accredited children's law solicitors. And I find out working with children, one of the problem children have is they lack so much confidence. The moment you can ignite the confidence within them, you can find that child achieving whatever the child wants to achieve. Then the last book that will be coming out late next year is You Are Not a Failure. How to become unbelievably successful. So those are the 4 books.
Wow, I don't know how you managed to find the time to juggle all these balls and to be writing 4 books plus your various your daytime job and your other things are very impressive. I like stage fright, stage might. I love that. That's a good saying. I might pitch that myself. I've got a 5-year-old son, so I identify that. I think one of the best things I can do with my son, I think, is motivate him and give him confidence. And that's every opportunity I get, I try and encourage him and motivate him. So I definitely agree with you there. With success, some people say it's mostly about mindset and confidence and the way you think. And some people are saying no, it's more about having the skills. And obviously, it could be a bit about both. Well, what do you think? Is it skill set, mindset, or a bit of both? Success?
I think, in my view, success, everybody has success within themselves, and that is mindset. For the skill, we all can develop that skills if we truly want to develop, we're passionate about developing critical skills to assist us to become whatever we want to become. Like in NLP, they have what we call outcome. The problem many people suffer, or the people struggle, or the people are broke, or people are unfulfilled, or people not being able to achieve anything in life is because they do not have an outcome. An outcome is different from a goal. An outcome is something you've decided, you feel for it within yourself, and you bring it to reality by working towards it, feeling it, working hard, following all the stages. Now, about the success we're talking about, I feel everybody is able to achieve success. Success is not just about money, it is multi-dimensional, but it all boils down to being fulfilled doing what you want to do, which includes having good relationship, being able to having money is part of it, being fulfilled within yourself, good health, good interpersonal skills. It's a compendium of different things. But like I said, everything starts from our mind. And that is why my greatest quotation is, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
Great. So, Chris, now I'm going to ask you a question I ask all my speakers. Out of all the great, great, expertise that you have, or you bring, share, and your various strategies and tips, can you share sort of 3 maybe top tips for people, just about how they can look to realize their potential, take their life a bit more forward? It could be relating to public speaking, related to sort of your coaching side. Share sort of 3 or more top tips.
I would say top tips. should I give top tips for public speaking and top tips for how you could become successful? Top tips for public speaking is, first of all, stage fright. Everybody had it. People should understand that stage fright, it's okay. It's okay. At times, it's just more of an adrenaline push or adrenaline rush. We all can overcome stage fright, okay? Number two, if you want to become a public speaker, you need to know one thing, that public speaking is about connecting. It's not about you. What you think is about connecting with the other person. So when people stop thinking about themselves, okay, what we call analysis paralysis, they start thinking about the person they are speaking to. Then they start being authentic, being able to speak, give the gift of their conviction. Another tip for being a great speaker is to understand breathing. Breathing is critical to being somebody who is persuasive, being somebody who is assured when they speak. When you breathe very quickly, you breathe through your nostril and you start feeling panicky. But when you breathe slowly, diaphragmatic breathing, you can communicate.
Well, I was involved there. Yeah, fantastic tips. I think they are things that we can all benefit from. Was there anything else, Chris? Or?
Yes, I wanted to talk about now success.
Okay.
Now, I believe everybody, each and every one of us, can become successful in whatever we want to do. But we need to think about three things. The first one is outcome. What is it that you believe in? What is like a goal? Our outcome is like a goal, but you feel it so closely. It is clear to you. It is something that you say, yes, this is what I want to achieve. This is how I am going to achieve it. Have a roadmap, a blueprint on how you get there. Two, failure. Failure is a feedback. People refuse to commence or to do anything because they fear failing. One thing they should understand about failure is there is no failure provided you keep on keeping on. For me, I have failed so much, and that is the reason I am where I am. I found myself failing my way to success. I was always the last in class. But today, how many masters do I have? How many qualifications? I'm a children's panel accredited solicitor. I'm a resolution accredited for public and private law. I am a family law accredited solicitor. I'm a solicitor's advocate. I'm a barrister. And I have all of this qualification, yet I was the last. But you know the truth is, I was prepared to fail my way to success. Then the last one, I believe, is we need to have desire. What's our desire? You must have the desire. There was a story that was told about Socrates. A student came to meet Socrates long time ago and said, Socrates, can you tell me how to be successful? And Socrates said, okay, tomorrow come by 4:30 a.m. and meet me close to the stream. The student came and he was wondering, why stream? When he came to meet Socrates at the bank of the river, Socrates now said, don't worry, I'll take you into the river and I'll show you how to be successful. He took the student and they go, when the water got to his neck, Socrates forced him in. He was trying to come out of the water, trying. And eventually, when he was about passing out, Socrates brought him out. And Socrates asked him, when you were in that water about to drown, what were you thinking about? I just wanted to breathe. And Socrates told him, the fact that you wanted to breathe, that was what you wanted to do at that critical state. That should be, if you want to be successful, you have to, it needs to be something that fills you. And that is it. That is the three important things if you want to become successful, in my view.
Wow. It's said that the best way to engage with your audience is by telling stories. And I think that's clearly something you're good at, Chris. And that's something I always, when I speak to people and they ask how to be a better speaker, I always say it's about storytelling. You know, that's how we engage with audiences, whether we're speaking on stage or we're telling a brand story or selling our product. It's all about telling stories. And I also loved your thing about failure, because I read the autobiography of Richard Branson recently, and he was saying how everyone only sees his success stories, and
exactly.
Either 100 or so failures behind every success. And he was saying that he's had more businesses he's started and failed than he's had success, and he's lost over the years in bad investments or things than he's made. You know, often we only see the people, you know, the end result, and don't see the people's journey to get there. So everyone fails, but like you say, it's seeing it as feedback. Take you forward, not an end point. So that is pretty much coming to the end of our interview, and thank you for sharing those invaluable tips. But we are going to be seeing each other again soon, Chris, because you are going to be using your public skills at an event, which we're both going to be speaking at in a week's time, on the 12th of December, Saturday, 12th December. So I'm going to share the flyer for this in a moment, but the event is called Empower for Your Potential, and it ties in very much with what you do, empowering people. And there's been 5 speakers, all experts in their own areas, and this event is to be, the approach of it is to give people the skill set and the mindset. So we want to motivate and inspire people during the event, but also give them practical tips and strategies that they can use to take a business forward, whether that's in marketing it, whether it's in getting more customers, whether it's practical things which are going to be applied to their business or themselves straight away. So I'm going to be talking about creating a unique brand.
Yeah.
We all have a brand, we all have our own brand, and certainly every business has a brand. Whether you like it or not, it's, how is your business seen? What are your values? What's your reputation? How do your customers see it? What reviews you have? It's a whole mixture of things, but everyone and every business will have some sort of brand. So yes. I want to talk about how to create a unique, powerful brand and how to turn your customers into fans of your brand. The ideal thing. We want one-off customers. We want your customers to come back to you again and again and be shouting how good you are and be fans. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. Event. Now over to you, Chris. Do you want to share what you'll be talking about at the event on the 12th?
Yes. I'll be attending the Power to Fulfill Your Potential. I'll be one, like how Nick has said, I'll be one of the 5 speakers who will be giving you an amazing training, and it's going to be a transformation. I'll be speaking about finding your voice. I believe there are people in this world who are just who are living a modern life, who are not achieving those potentials within themselves. But people need to start understanding that they have a say to the things that happen. Their voice is critical. Their voice can change the world. They can make a mark on this world. Finding your voice is not only about speaking, it's about knowing who you are. We are all amazing. We are all powerful. We can do so much unbelievable. But the truth is, many of us have not even started living. On that day, I will share tools and strategies on how we can start from where we are and move on. You see, the truth is, there's a quotation that goes that you can't go back and start all over again, but you can start where you are and have a resounding end. And that's what I believe. So I implore you and I urge you to be at the event, Power to Fulfill.
Thank you, Chris. So there will be details below this video on the Eventbrite where you can get your ticket from Power to Fulfill Your Potential. And also I'll be sharing some links on details how to get hold of Chris if you want to have him speak at one of your events or you're interested in some of his training. I know he would love you to get in touch, so I'll be in his details below this video as well. So just to say, how do we learn in life? Well, we learn from other people. We learn from other people who have done it, been there, done the course, got experience and gained the knowledge, and so we don't have to do that. So everyone in the world, the most successful people, they all have coaches. Because like Richard Branson, how rich and successful is he? He's got a mentor, he's got a coach. Everyone can learn from someone else. So if you want to learn about how to market your business better, you go and speak to someone in marketing. If you want to learn how to be a better public speaker, you speak to a public speaking expert. So that's what our event offers. It offers our expertise, to give you some specific ways that we can share what we've learned to help you start next year on a high. Because it's been a challenging year, COVID. We've all been economically wise. A lot of businesses and have struggled, and so now's the time to make sure the next year starts on a positive high. So that's it. And the interview, Chris, I've really enjoyed chatting to you.
Thank you very much.
So much value. So we will speak again soon. And if I'm not before, I'll see you on the 12th.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Nick.
Bye.